Hey everybody, Brett here. We're back on day 67 of our Battle Brothers Beast and Exploration DLC playthrough, and we're doing pretty good. I want to kind of apologize for the last episode. I was super tired when I recorded that, and the episode seemed to drag on a bit for me. I decided to take one more battle at the end there, and that was just kind of it for me. That like fried my brain. I had a pretty full day of real life stuff, and also a pretty full day of recording and making content for my channel. So, yeah, toward the end there I was a bit fried. That forest battle between archers was just more than my brain wanted to process at that moment. So, I apologize if my commentary was a bit lackluster, but hopefully we can pick it up today. And, alright, so a few things I've decided to do here off camera that I want to show you. One of our guys was still rocking a knife. I think it was Scaredy. We gave him a dagger. Nice little upgrade there. Our entire front line is now currently using daggers, so that's good. Also, I checked our gear, and I went ahead and all the gear that's currently damaged but worth a lot, we're going to repair that. So you'll see here the flail where it says worth 1341, and this is in 95% durability. This flail here is worth 252. With just a couple tools, we're going to bring it up to, you know, several hundred gold in price. So any weapon or item that we have that's currently broken, that's worth you know, a decent amount of crowns, we're going to repair that. And we're going to use our tools to do that. It's not worth it to repair the junk, but some of these are pretty valuable. Actually, these cruel falchions are pretty strong as well. I think these are the tier 2. Yeah. These are like their knives, but these are their swords, and they're actually not bad. We can compare these stats, 35 to 45. Wow, I wonder if these have been buffed. They're just straight up better than a short sword, which is kind of obvious. I'd want to compare them to something like an arming sword to be fairer, but that's still pretty good. 35 to 45, I mean that's better than this Morning Star. Granted, it doesn't have the armor, but it also only has 4 fatigue. So that's actually a pretty good weapon. If you could kill a couple goblins early game and get hold of those, that would not be a bad choice. But anyway, and before I move on, have they changed these bows? Doesn't look like it. So they're still just a worse version of the human bows. Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure we weren't missing out on some kind of like cool change that I wasn't privy to. So, we have some injured brothers. That's kind of a big deal. Lance is injured. Hondo, not really. A bit on Hungry. We really just need to repair his helmet, and he'll be good. And Bad Eyes is actually a bit injured as well. So, I think Ottendorf is the last city on the patrol that we need to go to. So, we don't want to go there until we finish the quest. So, we need to kind of honestly just wander around for a bit until we're able to heal up. So, new event. Ragnar the Slow is perhaps one of the dumbest individuals you've ever met, but for a brief moment, it does appear that Hondo the Brutal gets through and teaches him a thing or two about critical thinking and memorization. You watch as the two sit together and look over some scrolls. You're not sure where the smart man got such papers, but the unlearning oaf is certainly paying a lot more attention to them. As you watch, Ragnar the Slow is asking rather deep, profound questions. Questions about the land and its relationship to people in the sky and its relationship to the birds. You slowly realize the idiot is merely glancing around and describing what he's seeing in the sort of inquisitive language Hondo the Brutal has taught him. Namely, by attaching a smarmily intoned question to the end of every sentence. When the two finish up, Hondo the Brutal comes to you with a grin. I think we're really getting somewhere with him. He's learning, you know. With students like that, all you gotta do is be patient and take your time. A little ways away, Ragnar the Slow is pounding ants with a rock. You simply nod and let Hondo the Brutal live out every teacher's biggest fantasy. That's a good one. Kudos to whoever put that in the game. That's hilarious. I think someone mentioned in the comments several videos back that our monk or one of our other people may end up trying to teach and actually maybe potentially even getting rid of the stupid idiot trait that Ragnar the Slow has, which would be pretty cool if that were possible. But, I mean, them both being euphoric is pretty nice as well. Their morale is going to be quite high. And we are just looking for a fight. Doesn't matter who we fight. But we're also slowly repairing. We have just enough tools to do what we need to do. Come on, give me a fight. Medical supplies. We have plenty of medical supplies. What is up here? We haven't explored this area yet. Okay, nothing. Kind of surprising, actually. This is a huge area to be devoid of so many enemies. I mean, there should be a lot of people here for us to fight right now, and there just aren't any. Okay, the day comes, and our vision gets broader. Yeah, I can't believe this, guys. Not a single enemy in this huge circuit. Well, that kind of sucks for us because that just wasted a lot of our time. If I'd have known that, I would not have wasted a day's pay and rations to make that circle. We really need to take a fight. Yeah, now we've wasted 2 days' pay, and we haven't taken a single fight. So let's just come here and see what our prices look like. We'll do our old shield method. Yeah, this is horrible. We don't want to buy or sell anything in this place, so we're just going to leave and continue on. Yeah, so let's make another round. Maybe in the days that have passed, there can be some new enemies here in the forest. If not, we're going to head here and then go straight down. We don't really have time to mess around with quests that don't give us payoffs. We would be better off at this point to potentially head south, where we know they have all those different types of enemies just kind of encamped and waiting for us. But yeah, I can't believe it. This is a big area, guys, in my experience in the game, and there's no city here, no nothing. There should be enemies. Really unfortunate that there isn't. So that wasn't our last city. So I think our last city is we have to go back to Friedewold, which is fine because I think they have really good prices for us. That may still be the case. Let's speed things up. No reason not to be in 2x speed here. Anything at all? Nope. Not a single fight. So we'll stop by Brunelin, see what their prices are. Check our shield. 19. So this is a good place to sell at the moment. Not a great place to buy, however. Any good broken gear? Nope. But I think we will sell. We're going to get rid of all these junk bows and quivers. We don't need that. We can get rid of the signet ring. Cudgels, crossbows. All these knives and hatchets. And I mean, our gold is going up. We're doing fine. We can sell off these flails. We do not need them. And these lesser helmets. And just like that, I mean, we're up to 5,000 gold, guys. So the gold was never really an issue. It was more of, oh, we need provisions pretty bad. Let's buy some stuff. Put ourselves back up to 5 days. We could even go better than that. Yeah, I just wish the prices here weren't so bad. I think that's fine. Check the armor. Okay, this was definitely worth it to check the armor. God, their prices are not great. Their prices are actually really high. Dang. Because they have good stuff. We would take another closed mail coif. Actually, we would take another Saleh helmet. This is what we want right here for one of our archers. And they also have really good helmets that we could use on our current frontline guys. The bassinet with mail is very good for the price. I would prefer to skip these like 130, 140 helmets and go straight to above 150 if possible. Dang. So because we're kind of rolling in money, we're going to take the Saleh helmet. come in here. We'll give it to Edgel on the outskirts there. And then we can replace Bad Eye's Crown Pincher with Rusty Mail with a great closed mail coif helmet, which used to be the best archer helmet in the game, but now it's definitely the Saleh. And our crossbowmen have decent helmets, the same helmets as our frontliners. And that right there, that wasn't a bad little upgrade if we were to leave it at that. But there's also, I just wish the prices were better, because these 2 mail hauberks make decent upgrades over the basic mail shirts that we're wearing right now. It's essentially another hit, right? So when you're looking at upgrades, you want to think to yourself, if I'm going from 115 to 130, that's not even like another hit to your armor. But going from 115 to 150, that's another like full-bodied hit that one of your men is taking. That they're not, that's not going to their hit points. Yeah, we're just not rich enough. That helmet cost a ton, but I think it was a good investment because it's something that we're not going to replace. All of our armor is replaceable right now, but not those Saleh helmets. So we're going to call this good, and we are going to roll out. And cross your fingers that we get some kind of fight here. Anywhere. Climb the mountain and see anyone around us? Nope. Alright, let's turn it in. Bit of a bummer. This has had the potential to make us a lot of crowns. Instead, we only made 1,120. Okay, so unhold attacks. Venison and furs are in rich supply. Okay, let's see if we can... Furs don't seem to be a trading item, but the venison is super cheap, so we're going to buy that, and the ham is as well. Those are great provisions for us to have. Okay, nice. Taxidermy, I don't think we have anything to do here. No. But we want to fight an unhold, guys. If this is the episode where we manage to finally find one, that would be awesome. Let's check out this quest here. Greenskins, okay. So probably a very small group for 760. So we'll take some time to think about it. Let's see what this contract is here. Been sightings of unholds. Yes. Stealing livestock. Okay. Fighting giants won't come cheap. 900 crowns? That sounds like it's probably a small group of them. We'll accept their offer. Yes. Guys, I am hyped. So if this goes well, then we also get a pretty decent contract, probably an easy contract to kill some greenskins. And greenskins are one of my favorite enemies to fight. So the unhold are around here. Okay, so we can follow some tracks. These are huge tracks. We don't want to fight them at night. We want to stay close to them until daytime happens. I don't know how resistant they are to archery. Okay, so we have another positive, little positive, I don't even know what you would call these. My brain is not working. But a little positive event. Let's call it an event. That's fine. So Ragnar the Flagellant is sitting cross-legged before a campfire. He's all alone, save the mill moss fluttering dangerously close to the flames. Sensing your presence, he calls you over. You take a seat beside him and he smiles at you. I've become a better man since joining this company. You nod as he surely has. He continues. I've bled for the gods a great deal, but my wounds, they are but scars now. I feel stronger than ever. Again you nod, but then quickly ask if he's going to stop hurting himself. The man's eyes stare into the red brimming embers. He shakes his head, no. I will bleed for the gods until they say no more. Wandering aloud, you ask if the gods have spoken to him at all. Without a pause, the man shakes his head again. No. They have not, and so I shall bleed until their silence is broken, or until I join them in the forever quiet. So he gains 4 hit points. That's pretty sweet. And that was Ragnar the Slow, who is, where are you, buddy? Who is a flagellant with decent stats. And that was nice. I think he actually had a bit of a weakness in the form of his HP pool being very low. Okay, it's nighttime, but it's almost dawn. And there's only 3 of them, and they look like a forest variant. Yeah, let's take this fight. The Unhold sniff you out and come charging across the land to meet the sons of Verona. They look like toddlers the size of mountains, legs awkwardly trundling forward, yet each step sends tremors through the earth. Their maws agape and slobbering for a meal. You calmly draw out your sword and put the men into formation. A few Unholds. Oh my god, I'm so ready. We have nets. I don't know how well nets do against them. Oh, they're like disgusting looking. I don't know how well dogs do against them. This is a big fight. We need to pass and let them come to us. That way we can take decent shots. Okay. And we're going to take this high ground here and spear wall it up. Who's our best shot? We have 49% chance shots. So, if I remember right, they heal at the beginning of a turn. So there's a possibility here that if we're not able to kill, let's say we need to focus fire is essentially what I'm trying to say. If we're going to take shots at this guy, we need to put a ton of shots on him and then try and finish him off. Because I don't know how much they heal. Maybe they fully heal. And if that's the case, that can be pretty bad. But that shot didn't do a ton of damage. Yeah, none of that does a ton of damage. So let's pass. Pass. We want to give a clear line of sight to our archers. And we're also not injuring them, which is interesting. But this is our first battle with them, so we're going to learn. Like, so we got it down to half HP. Is it going to heal up from half? If so, that seems pretty dang strong. And I think now, so let's see. I'm actually very reluctant to leave our spear wall here. Can we jump out, hit him, and then jump back? No, we can't. So we're just gonna leave it there. All right, spear wall's doing its job. Wow, we're keeping them back. That's awesome. We'll pass. Dang. Every time we miss with a crossbow, it feels pretty bad. And we're getting some overwhelm on them thanks to our initiative. Will it heal up completely? So it's bleeding, and it didn't actually seem to heal. Interesting. Dang, we needed that hit, I feel. Spear wall. And thankfully, some of our speared bros are actually spear masters. So our spear wall is actually pretty effective. Dang, we're going to take this high ground. Either he jumps in here and takes a swing, or he jumps up here and takes a swing. Either one is pretty bad for us. So I think to prevent that, we're going to move here and shield wall. Alright, let's see what happens. I'm very curious about this healing mechanic. We haven't seen it yet. But that's unfortunate. Every time we miss a shot like that, it hurts. So he seemed to heal there, and he also charged us, and he didn't hurt us with that charge. Similar to the way the orcs do it. But he is at full health now. So he healed a little bit. So it's just a small amount. So we can certainly burst them down if we're not missing all of our shots. We're currently missing, honestly, way too many. Let's get in there and start doing work. If we can kill one of them, we have the numbers to wrap the rest of them up. Can we stun them? Strike down. Okay, that didn't stun it. I wonder if they're immune to stun. I think I picked this one to try and focus. Overwhelm is good. Perfect. So one down, and it looks like we have some of its hide. Very good. And of course we can't take that shot without hurting a brother. What is that? So he just tossed us and then, oh my god, that hurt. That was pretty brutal. That did a lot of damage. So yeah, note to self, once they get in and amongst your guys, they're pretty dangerous. Well, we've got him bleeding, so he's going to do it again. Alright, he missed. So that was good. We have quick hands on bad eyes, so we can pull out our pike. And we can repel them. And I think we just need to do the damage. And our pikes can do a good amount of damage. Move here with Edgel and take a point blank shot. Nice. So yeah, no injuries. That's very interesting to me. That we can't seem to injure them. Alright, buddy. We're sending out one dog. We want to keep these guys away from our archers. He did a lot of damage there to Raymond. And we don't want that to happen again. No, I don't think we're going to send out Battle Brother. This is too dangerous of a fight. We'll get in there with Hungry. Our dog is not afraid. If we can bring down one more before the fight really gets underway, that would be excellent. This is the one we want right here. Alright, we have enough to attack him once. Damn. Damn, we needed that hit. But we got him anyway, and we're going to get... Looks like maybe it's bones? And we hit ourselves. Are you serious? Come on, man. That was a big hit there from Hondo. Really nice. And now we can surround it. They also seem to have really decent morale. I mean, this dude is nearly dead, and we haven't actually killed him yet. So regen there, and he just punched us. He only managed to hit Lance. Can we get him up and around? Potentially. Alright, Wind doing decent damage there. Arizell, 2 big hits. And maybe our crossbowman will be able to finish him? No. Either way, he's routing, so we should be fine now. And there we go. Our first Unhold fight, and they look mean. That was a very small group, but I can imagine fighting like 8 or 9 of those. They gave us a lot of experience, the ones that actually got the kills. 159, that's pretty good. So we have the Unhold Hide, and the giant skull and bones. Boy, I can't wait. I want to see what we can make with that, if anything. So let's see what After the Battle says. With the giant slain to the last, Eberhard of Friedewold should be awaiting your return now. His town will be forever safe, and no longer require the services of sellswords such as yourself. You dwell on the thought until you start a laughing fit to which none of your men understand. You tell them to ignore it and round them up for the return trip. Time to get paid. Alright. Finally, our first Unhold fight, guys. I'm stoked. So, 900 crowns. Their body parts and stuff are super expensive. Nice. So they no longer have the attacks. And let's see if they have some decent prices for us now for things. So this is not a bad price for wood. And these are better prices for tools. We'll take that. And before we do anything else, let's go into the taxidermist and see what we can get. If anything. So here's the heavy war dog armor. I want to know how much this, like, how much protection is this compared to what they currently have? Large quivers of arrows? Oh my god. Oh my god. These are all things we want, guys. I would love to get this. I want to get this and put it on Battle Brother to keep him around. But these large quivers are great. Honestly, I think if we had these, we wouldn't need to get quick hands and kind of waste a perk on that. Dang. I think we got to do this, guys. I've been treating Battle Brother as if he was an actual like brother, and he is our mascot. So we're gonna craft this. I feel like just because we haven't fought a ton of the UNHOLD so far doesn't mean we won't fight them more in the future. So here's Battle Brother, and let's give him the armor. Nice. All right, Battle Brother, you're good to go. Very cool. And honestly, we could do this as well. Let's put this mantle on that hauberk. I think we probably should have done this a long time ago. The hauberk is going to be around for a while. When our front line is done and gets past that, it'll cycle nicely to our back line. Someone like Raymond could benefit from this pretty well. And that hauberk needed some sort of augmentation, I feel. And these are honestly fairly cheap. Late game, we'll be killing tons of dire wolves and being able to make lots of these mantles out of their pelts. So I'm not too worried about that. So cool upgrades here for Hondo, who's very well kitted out. But now, let's see, how injured are we exactly? Lance is pretty well injured. Raymond is as well. And Ragnar's kind of hurt. So we need to somewhat take it easy, if we can. Let's buy some bread. And I think here what we're going to do is we're just going to camp for a bit. Oh, we need ammunition. Okay, yeah, got to pay attention to stuff like that. And we're healing. We want to watch for when our medical supplies roll over. There we go. Our medical supplies rolled over. Someone must have gotten healed. And we desperately need ammo, so we're going to buy that. And let's check on our health status before we start jumping into battle against greenskins, who are very dangerous. So our actual HP well, I keep saying actually, is not bad. But we have multiple injuries. A bruised leg, a broken nose, and a crushed finger. Those UNHOLD, maybe they have a really high probability with that like toss move that they do of injuring you. That would not surprise me. But anyway, I think we're good to take this contract. It should be a pretty small group. So they're around here. Are we going to see footprints, or are they just going to show up? They may just show up. So they're going to give us some time. We're going to take a little bit of time there to camp and try and get some more heals done. Oh, they're around Grafenhaven. Why didn't I read that better? We need to go to Grafenhaven. Okay. My bad, guys. If you were reading that and I didn't. I just assumed, of course, it would be around Friedewold. That's why we're taking the camp there. Or while we're taking the contract there, rather. Okay, we're here to help. So tendrils of smoke curl and slip out of the ruins of the farmstead. A body is what used to be the front door. A body is at what used to be the front door. Half of it is missing. The half you are left with carries a horrified face, a burnt arm reaching out to something or someone that is no longer there. A few footprints scatter amongst the mud and grass. Greenskins, you're getting close. Okay, and there they are. So let's pause, because this looks like berserkers. So only one berserker. So for those of you watching at home, this will be your first berserker. Honestly, with our current crew, I'm really not that scared of berserkers. As long as we don't miss horribly. So this is a berserker, guys. They're terrifying. They wield weapons that we can't possibly hope to use until like the extreme late game because of how heavy they are. This is like a giant chain that they spin around themselves, and it can do a ton of damage, but we're not going to let him get into combat with us if we can help it. We don't want to miss any of these shots. The game has seen fit to throw us thoroughly in the center of the marsh. So, marsh is going to, let's see here, it's swamp. So minus 25% melee skill, melee defense, and range defense. So our archery thankfully is not affected. And we managed to injure its shoulder, but not really hurt it. And now it's got a shield in front of it, which sucks. So let's see what we can do. Spear wall is also not affected. If we start moving though, we're going to get very fatigued because the swamp is a difficult terrain for us to move through. You need a perk like Pathfinder in order to be able to move smoothly through the swamp, or deep snow, or up and down hills. That's where that's most effective. But our spear wall is going to be what we're looking to use to do the most damage. So we'll just keep passing, see how they want to move forward, and here we go. So at least we were able to injure it. I think it's going to have pretty high initiative. It should jump out in front or into a position where we can hurt it. And right there, it's pretty well exposed here. We should be able to take a shot or two. We kill this one, and now we're free and clear to take this shot. Yeah. 3 injuries on it, and we should just be able to kill it now. All we need is 1 lucky shot. Oh, and of course, he gets a shield wall in front of it. That's okay. We'd love to kill this shirtless orc here, but instead we missed twice. He's got a pretty gnarly axe that we don't want to get hit by. Stabbed guts. And an injured kneecap. Very good. Now Hondo had a chance there to do big damage, but unfortunately missed. But we have to keep the spear wall up, because we need to expect some of these greenskin charges to come in. Really have to abuse our range superiority, because the game really dumped us in a super bad position here. We're unfortunately not getting that weapon. It's a really expensive weapon if you can get it. Nice. 2 quality misses is going to put that guy on his butt with a grazed neck. Lots of injuries, that's what we want to see. And that's why we take crippling strikes. And they managed to get a stun on Grimald. 1 down. Can we get him? Yes, we can. And now we can take even a 3rd shot. And there we go. And we're just hitting everything. Except for Hondo. Hondo rarely hits things. We love him anyway, though. And you see how far we really can't move in the swamp? It's pretty miserable, but maybe our dog will go and chase it down. It is routing, but it's still going to have to make it past our dog. And hopefully with a bit of a surround, we can take this guy down, or at least break his morale. He's still dangerous. He has a pretty dangerous weapon. We should be able to stun him, though. Nope, no stun. He's not wearing a helmet, so I was hoping to hit him in the head. Oh, well, let's take a look at Battle Brother. It's pretty cool looking armor. Alright. Pierced his cheek. Our dogs are doing so much work for us. So some overwhelm. We can take a shot on this orc young and miss. Not bad, not bad. Perfect. So pretty flawless there. We didn't really take much damage. Hondo got a level, and we did not get the big chain, but we did get 2 of these head splitters. So if you look at their fatigue, the maximum fatigue, it says minus 22. That's why we can't use it. An axe for us at our level, so let's look at something like the Morning Star, is minus 10. So it's more than double. Obviously it has way better damage, but it's very difficult to get a character to use this. If you're going to use this, you don't want to have a shield. You're essentially using a one-handed weapon as a two-handed weapon, which does work. And you have to also remember that if you're using only one-handed weapon, you're getting a bonus to it, a one-handed weapon bonus. I think it's 25%. So you know, it's kind of a trade-off. You're essentially using it as a two-handed weapon. Long story short. So now we have Hondo the Brutal here. And let's see. He's almost ready for Lone Wolf type talents. Get him up some more. We want to get him into 80s for sure. He needs to have great fatigue. And, man, a 2 there is decent. He has like no initiative at all. Would like to get his resolve up past 50. We'll take that. That'll probably be his last resolve. And now from here on out, it'll basically be melee skill, fatigue, and melee defense, range defense. But we have to decide what do we need to get on him. So we need Underdog. If you're going to get Lone Star, you have to get Underdog. So this is what this does. The defense malice due to being surrounded by opponents no longer applies to this character. So if we send him out on his own to fight multiple enemies and he gets surrounded, it doesn't matter. We'll actually want him to get surrounded so that we can use something like a Great Hammer or a Great Sword to hit multiple enemies at once. But for the moment, Lone Wolf will probably be our last talent. And I think we have 3 left. But we're going to certainly want Battle Forged here, as well as... I don't think Killing Frenzy is the one we want. Duelist works very well if you're going to be using the big orc weapons. Is it Fearsome? I think it is Fearsome. Indomitable is also very good for Lone Wolves. I think we'll just take Battle Forged for the moment. And now his armor is increased in battle. So let's go ahead and read what it says. You specialize in heavy armor. Armor damage taken is reduced by a percentage equal to 5% of the current total armor value of both body and head armor. The heavier your armor and helmet, the more you benefit. So you add up our helmet and our body armor, which kind of ironically our helmet is actually much better than our standard armor. Add them up and take 5%. And that damage taken is reduced by that amount. So it'll lead to, once this is like 300 and this is like 300, he'll take laughably little damage. Anything lower than like a top tier enemy won't even hurt him. They'll hit for like almost nothing every single time. So it's a really good thing to have on all your heavy armor frontline units. Anyway, okay. I think that was a good pickup. Now we're looking for something like Fearsome, Underdog, Lone Wolf. And I think that clears us. We have 9, 10, and 11. And then at 11 we get Student back, so that means we have 4 left. We'll see when we get there. Whatever the last one is, perhaps Lone Wolf will be the second to last, and then we'll see what kind of weapon we have access to. I'm leaning towards a Great Sword, if we can pick one up, or a Great Hammer. Those are the weapons you want on a Lone Wolf in my humble estimation. So let's go back to Friedewold and turn that in for 760 crowns and see if we can't sell things. They should like us even more, which means we should have even better prices on things. Yep, so they no longer have marauding greenskins. And let's check it out. So their prices actually didn't get any better. That sucks a little bit. But we can still sell things here. Hold on to some stuff to, let's organize a bit, to repair. These are worth so much more if you repair them. So we're gonna do that, and we're gonna repair these as well. No need to do anything else here. And we'll just go to Grafenhaven to see what kind of quest they have. And honestly, I want to make my way east. I think east is where the money is, the experience, all of this unexplored territory. We're going to be able to take as many fights as our heart desires once we get there. This place is where we want to sell. Jeez. Okay, we don't necessarily want to buy from here, but they are having hard times. And oh man. So here's a bit of a tactic for you guys. Whenever you find a city like this that has this many problems, and you can sell this much stuff for this good of a price. So 23 is what our shield is telling us. So that's a pretty high percentage. That's maybe the highest we've ever seen, the best prices we've ever seen for anything. So we're just not going to do any of their quests. We'll go out and fight and just constantly be going out, killing things, and bringing back the loot. We can check out what their quests are to see if there's anything that's kind of we're able to do without affecting their status. Protect a man. What is this? Huh. So an escort mission? Yeah, escort. Okay. We need some time to think about this. We'll check this out. Okay, so another like delivery thing. Super cheap. Not interested. And then this. Okay. Brigand's made a pass on his daughters. Probably a lot of them if they're going to pay us that much. Let's see if they'll pay us even more. Nope. Woodcutter's hut. Okay. So it looks like they're going to pay us to go and clear out a place that we're probably already going to find on our own when we explore. So I think we're going to take that. It may change this from ambush trade routes, but maybe not. We'll take it. Let's check our brothers real quick to see if we're injured. We still have some of these light injuries, but our health is all perfectly intact. We need arrows pretty badly. Our food and everything else is fine. And we'll keep in mind that they have these nets here for later. So this is this place here, Overgrown Woodcutter's Hut. So yeah, we certainly would have found this as we came out along the road. This would have been revealed to us. We don't want to go there at night, which is unfortunately exactly what we're doing. So we'll take advantage of the momentary peace to come out here and see if we can't discover any new hideouts. So a bit of a mountain range here. We can get up and explore. So there are some beasts. There's a witch hut. Oh god. I gotta tell you guys, I am not super fond of those witches and the types of engagements that they lead to. That seems very unfun. And goblin raiders, we can take this fight. We'll mess up some goblin raiders. Yeah, so slightly bigger group than the one we fought yesterday. 9 of them as opposed to 6. And our positioning here isn't as favorable as it was yesterday. It's pretty even, honestly. Ow. Some aim shots here, and they also landed some poison on Bad Eyes. And they have their nasty pikes, which are pretty decent upgrades if you can get them. We honestly don't have great shots on any of them, but we'll take these 59s. Yeah, 1 shot, 1 kill. Excellent. That felt pretty good. And we'll take these here, and we nailed him. Wonderful. Okay, quality miss. We'll take it. And after we get a few kills here, we're just waiting. We're biding our time, and then we're going to charge them. Really? That poison messed him up pretty bad. I think it's sapping his action points, his vision, and his initiative. Wow, that sucks. Okay. There's nothing we can do about it. Dang. Let's move up. And our dogs are going to come in very handy here. But we really don't want to leave our archers exposed if we can help it. Damn. Alright, so not getting very lucky here. We hurt him. Alright. One down. Smash him. No. Okay. Here I think we just keep stepping forward. We want to stay on the high ground. It gives us the best defensive position. And we're going to step in here to cover our archers. We cannot move up with him. I think we let our war dogs go. They're going to be great at chasing down these ambushers. I always get them confused because these are called skirmishers and these are called ambushers. Yeah, we had to expect that. Oh no, you better not kill our dog. Just poison on everybody. And a net. So they're pretty famous for using the nets, the goblins are. Take a step forward. Take a shot. Boom. And then morale kind of goes after that. Good. 2 kills there. Boom. Perfect. No luck. But we can release another war dog. Get in on this fight. Get in there, wind. Okay. Let's move up. I wish we could control bars. We break out of our net barely. And now this poison is really messing us up. So honestly, I think we just need to release the hounds here. Because they're going to be able to close the distance before we are. And nice. So Arizal is going to get in here and lock 2 of these dudes down, which is exactly what we needed. And honestly, with this poison, Bad Eyes is pretty much useless. And I'd honestly rather protect our dog, but he's not going to stay there, so there was really no point. Move up with Hondo. Okay. 2 shots on wind. That sucks. Big hit there from this goblin. Don't you kill wind. He's going to try and run. Can we get in there? Yeah, because we've closed the distance, our ranged firepower is a lot less effective. There we go. Nice. And there we go. Now we've got them all locked down. And we can drop a hound on the high ground. Call that good. I don't know about y'all, but I'm still pretty stoked that we were able to fight our first UNHOLD battle this episode. And our last few episodes have honestly been very long. They went well past the hour mark. Which for me, it's not a matter of like I don't have the time. It's just I have so many other videos that I'm trying to record, and it honestly takes a lot longer to upload once you get past that hour mark. I'm the type of person when it comes to YouTube content and watching it for myself, I really don't mind watching, you know, a 2-hour long video on YouTube or a 3 or 4 hour long video. As long as it's something that I want to watch. I mean, why do I care? I'll just watch half of it, come back to the rest of it later. It doesn't really matter. But I try and keep it short for the sake of my sanity and my upload speeds, which I hope you can appreciate. So we're moving into position. These 2 are fleeing. I mean, the battle is over. We've done it, guys. I'm not going to say it was an easy battle because we took some crappy hits with the poison. But the poison at least isn't as bad as the spider's poison. It makes us weak for the rest of combat if we don't have the antidote. But it at least isn't actually killing us. Dang. Can we kill this guy? He's surrounded by dogs. Hondo can't hit him. Pass, pass, pass. Run him down. You ain't getting out of here, buddy. Might get eaten by a dog, though. And there we go. Alright. So 2 more levels. Great. Arisa, our sergeant, is going to level. That's excellent. And we managed to get some of their poison. Nice. And we also have their bundle of spiked bolus. So that's very good. And we're going to be able to repair whatever they damaged. And look, we don't even have to buy a net like we were going to. Excellent. And that was just a free battle on the way to another battle. Hopefully we can heal up in just a moment. And we'll be fine. So Bad Eyes, what do you got going for you, man? You're an archer, so we really want to get fast adaptation. We would like to get Overwhelm. And we would like to get Fearsome. I think we're going to take Fearsome at the moment. We need to start getting this rolling as well. Start checking people's their resolve in combat. A nice 4 roll for the fatigue there, which is going to be useful. He's wearing very light armor right now, but later on he won't be. What else? A 5 initiative isn't bad. If we're going to take Overwhelm on him, we want to make sure we have initiative, but I don't think we'll ever take any more initiative now. After this, we'll always take range skill. Fatigue is decent, but we can also look to get him more range defense. Even a good 4 roll on HP would be appreciated. And Arizil here, we could take something like Fortified Mind to boost his resolve, which will make him a much more effective sergeant. But we don't quite need to do that yet. Let's see what kind of rolls we're going to get. A 3 roll in melee is excellent. We'll take that. And I think we'll take... You know what, let's take a 3 here. That's fine. Get his range defense up a bit. And he is a sword bro, but he could also possibly be a 2-handed sword bro at some point. Although I generally like my sergeants to be one-handed with shields. That's not always the case. I could easily see him becoming a 2-handed sword user. And if that's the case, if we don't know exactly what we want to put on him yet, we want to stray away from giving him the shield expert. It would be nice because it will give him a nice bonus to his defensive abilities. But I think we're just going to go ahead and give him Battle Forged to give him a boost to his armor. And that's fine. But now we're a bit hurt before this fight. See if we can't heal up a bit. Okay. I'll tell you what, let me pause it before I do something stupid and accidentally like engage them at night or something like that. So there we go. We'll do a quick save there. Check our brothers real quick. Did we... Okay, so they're all pretty healed up. All we have is one little broken nose on Raymond, and we should be good to go. I think we can make it to them before nighttime. It's dusk, which I don't think gives a penalty. So many raiders, a few marksmen, a few thugs. This is a fight we should be able to take at this point in the game. It's a lot of enemies. Oh my god. Right off the bat, really? But here's an opportunity for us to get some different two-handed weapons. And these are kind of our next tier helmets that we can get from the raiders that we really haven't seen yet. Like, I don't know what this thing is, but I don't want to get hit by it. Fortunately, we're missing a lot. We're going to spear wall in the front as usual. But even more so now that Lance is hurt, we don't want these to engage on us, and we're just missing everything. That feels pretty bad. Spear wall time. That was a hit. We pierced his arm muscles at least. And I don't think this thing has a reach of 2, so they're still going to have to get past our they're still going to have to get past our spear wall in order to affect any kind of change. So we didn't get the weapon again. That was our second opportunity to get that particular weapon. I think it's called a long sword, and we weren't able to get it once again. So that kind of sucks. Big hit there from Hondo. I like that. And their crossbows are just nailing us. Dang. We need to get rid of him if we can. He's a priority, and so are the crossbows. Everyone else is kind of like, meh. He hit us again. Alright, that's it. We need to take him out. He needs to go back. If he can. It's going to be rough to try and get him through this combat here. We have no good shots on anyone except for this dude. And his buckler is going to block it. Alright, so we broke people in the front line. I think Raymond... Can we look at his kit? He has Fearsome. So he caused a morale check there, and it just absolutely decimated them. Which is excellent. And we can do it again if he's able to hit one more time. Yeah, and they're all... From one shot, we did that. A kill plus the hit was enough to send them fleeing. %, chance, it's not worth it. Another 63% chance wasted. Okay, the crossbowmen look a bit more exposed. 2 big shots on the raiders, and you're out of here. You're out of here, Lance. See you later, buddy. And we'll tighten this up. And we'll start taking these shots on these crossbowmen whenever we get a chance. 71 versus 61. We'll take the 71. Nice. Dang. Dang. We got to get rid of those crossbowmen. We really, really do. Damn. They're basically taking advantage of lines of sight. So he's sitting here, and he can shoot straight back at Ragnar without any interference from our kite shields. Based purely on his lines of sight, which is rough for us. Okay. Arizil's not letting us down with his big melee attack. He's able to land most of his shots. Yeah, we don't want to let this dude get all the way around our back line for free. I think now it's time to start taking aim shots. Okay, pierced his lung. That was good. And we can release a war dog here and then go hide in the bushes. It's time to start stepping up, releasing more war dogs, and putting the pressure on. We want to get rid of at least one of these. There we go. We can drop Battle Brother. Alright. See, the idea is we need to chase down these archers. Put them in a position where they're uncomfortable sitting where they are so that they have to back up, which uses up a lot of their turn. Oh, come on. I was hoping for a lucky hit there. Yeah, we just need to make them move around. We're a bit exposed on most of our archers, which is bad. Yeah, make them back up. We got to get out of there. Oh no. Okay, they're gonna swap. Probably should have tried to push him. Thank goodness. Okay, this fight has become scary mostly because we weren't able to hit most of our shots. But it probably never should have been this scary. Let's release a dog. And we at least put some overwhelm on him. So Bad Eyes has to run. Essentially no matter what, we got to get him out. And we can drop another dog to chase down that archer. What can we do with these bandages? Cut artery, cut neck vein, graze neck. So nothing we can do there. We'll just pass. And pop him. So those were good shots. Nice. And as much as I want to stay here, I don't think I can. If we were able to kill this crossbowman this turn, I would consider it. Yeah, we just need to run. Get as far away from that part of the battlefield as possible. And that dude is pretty much gone. Okay. Yeah, our dog's not going to quite make it. Any good weapons? So we're going to get that big flail thing. And our dog killed that guy. Battle Brother took him out. Yeah, we have to expect him to switch to a dagger and start to actually hurt us there. We'll pass. See what Erzel can do. So we broke him. That's good. Now we want that helmet if we can get it. It's a pretty good helmet. Especially compared to what we currently have. And I'm honestly not that scared of fighting this dude in melee. Even from a low ground position. When he's wielding a knife. Can we switch? We can't. Have to remember also that Raymond has our warbow, which is a really sick weapon for him to have at this point in the game. We're moving in one closer. Nice. So we didn't get the helmet, it looks like. Or at least it's not telling us we got it now. But we did get the kite shield. It's always nice to have some replacement shields laying around. And the biggest threat at this point on the battlefield is going to be this raider here. He's gonna probably make it out unless our dog catches him right now. Can we move it all? No. There we go. The dog's on him. One broken. See what Battle Brother does. Wow, he goes right in there. Sweet. Man, we haven't lost a dog in a while. You know, we've been putting them in some pretty tough fights. I can only envision like a late game army where we just have tons of heavily armored war dogs. That feels pretty awesome to me. Yeah, we knew we were going to miss that, but that's okay. We should be able to switch. And that last goblin fight, I was hoping to get some of their two-handed weapons, those pikes. They're actually replacements for the weapon that he's currently using that Green Phobe has. That would have been a pretty nice little upgrade there. I think they might even be better than the pikes that we currently have. Okay, nice hit there on Burnfried. Can we switch now? No. We're going to wear him out Yeah, he's already exhausted. I would not be surprised if next turn he wasn't able to do more than swing once or throw up a shield wall. But now we also need to go and kind of help our dogs up there. We can move Bad Eyes forward a bit. Wow, the dog took him out. Sweet. Pass, pass, pass. Better surround means higher chance of hit. Go, Battle Brother. I'm not sure if we can rename the dogs. I didn't even think about that. We're going to check that before we end today's episode. I want to see if we can rename the dogs. Because that might be like the ultimate subscriber thing. If one of you out there is watching this video and you want to name Battle Brother after one of your dogs, if that's possible, I'd be totally down to do that. I think that's a pretty cool idea. Now it's just a matter of moving. It's going to take a second, so hopefully this is not too aggravating to watch. I know it can be. But this dude's going to go down in just a minute. It's going to take us way longer to move all of our dudes into a suitable position than it will to actually kill him. And our dogs are honestly probably going to take all the best spots and get the kill. Check that out. Fully surrounded by dogs. What a horrible way to go. I can't even imagine. So guys, while I have a minute here to just sit and talk. Can we kill him? No, we cannot. For those of you watching at home who haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. This channel has been, I'm not going to say doing poorly, because that's not the case. I started this channel a few months ago, and it's been growing at a very slow pace, but I'm also very happy with the types of people that have been subscribing. I don't think I've had a single person subscribe to my channel yet who hasn't been just absolutely kind and supportive. And I want to keep that trend going, and I'd rather have quality people here than quantity. So, but if you haven't subscribed yet and you're still kind of on the fence about it, or you're just thinking maybe it's not worth your time, please consider doing it, because you're not just joining me here, you're joining all the other really nice people who have already subscribed and who are already helping me support the channel. As you can tell, I'm not really good about talking about things like subscribers and like buttons and all that stuff yet. I'm not really comfortable as a YouTuber. I'm trying to get better. For me, it's mostly a public speaking thing. So I hope you can appreciate that and maybe not judge too hard. I just want this to be successful. Not in a financial way, but in a I'm not wasting my time and other people are getting a lot of enjoyment out of it type of way. Because I really love these games, and the games are really what I want to be showcasing, not myself. So, back to the game. Pretty decent haul. The signet ring plus the crowns are going to be nice. This flail, which may not be worth using. If we'd have gotten this very early in the game, I could see this being a powerhouse weapon early. But at this point in the game, I think we're beyond the two-handed wooden flail. But we did get the nasal helmet with rusty mail, which is the best helmets we can hope to get from raiders that aren't leaders. And we got another of the, and we're not going to execute these guys. Yeah, I don't know what happens if we kill them. I don't know if there's an event either way, but we'll go turn this in. And before we do that, we can look to upgrade someone. It's a 140. This is 115. So let's give that to Lance. Where'd it go? Organize. Helmets are here. 115 we can give to someone. Antibody doesn't really matter. And we also have, who has the best fatigue? Edgel. He can wear the basic male shirt. So now we only have one lamellar armor. And then we're completely out of that class. And we can get out of the heater shield too. Give him a kite shield. Excellent. Okay, was there anything else? We have these daggers. We don't really need that. Before we go back to town, we want to repair some of our more valuable things for selling. And I think that's all. So that's what I wanted to check. Okay, Han Battle Brother, can we change his name? And we cannot. So this is just going to be Battle Brother till the end. Honestly, I think that would have been a pretty cool thing had we been able to name Battle Brother after a subscriber's dog or maybe a lost pet. But that's okay. So we got rid of their ambush trade route. So let's see how much worse the prices are. They're still good. 21, not as good as 23. But that's still very good. And we repaired some of these things before we got here. So check our gold. We're sitting at 5,000 right now. We're going to sell the bolus. That. Sell off these big axes. And we'll sell the flail. We'll keep the poison. Sell the signet ring. And look at all of our awesome taxidermy supplies. I'm loving it. And we'll keep one shield just for purposes of divining prices. And we can get rid of one kite shield. And I kind of like keeping the heater shield. Though it's not really necessary. Let's sell it. So we made 1,800 gold just now. And honestly, if we wanted to, we could probably make a good deal more. I think we need to just bite the bullet and buy more tools. And check our provisions and see what we have the most of. We're at 6 days worth. We buy fish. Does that help? 7 days worth. Okay, excellent. And one net. I think we have a brother who's not holding something here. Yeah, let's take a net there. We already had a net. God dang it. Okay, we have an extra net. When we use one, we'll have one to immediately replace it with. So no big deal. And this is where I'm going to leave you guys. I appreciate you all watching. A round of drinks for everyone. There we go. I appreciate you all watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Once again, my name is Brett. My channel is Good Talk Gaming. Consider subscribing. Like the video if you did like it. And support me. And in the future, I will probably become a better YouTuber. And my content will be more polished. And probably easier to watch. And my commentary will maybe even get a little better. So we can always hope. So thank you guys so much. And I will see you in the next one. Take care.